Welcome to this session. Those of you who've been following my previous videos know I've been concerned about my right shoulder, that it was really problematic, and since I am dedicated and having a wonderful time with my tennis, that's my tennis arm. I've looked in some anatomy books and begun to understand better what's happened here. This is a classic rotator cuff problem. Among the muscles in the shoulder, the infraspinatus and the teres minor both have been severely damaged and apparently have been that way for 52 plus years. The tendon, which is supposed to take care of the collarbone and ensure it sits right here on the shoulder, was apparently badly stretched and allows that collarbone to slip down, which is a pretty annoying dislocation, in fact. This all happened at the age of 12, when I was pretty severely diabetic. As I understand it, at that point my body really could not digest food well enough, because of the diabetes, to really repair the damage. It did not have the nutrients. It could not produce them at a rate fast enough to take care of it. And it basically threw up its hands and said, "Will somebody take care of this for me?" A colony agreed to do this. As I understand it, it was measles virus. And the truth is that up until very recently, I've been perfectly content with this shoulder as a quiet person and not athletic. And even in the presence of a certain amount of jogging, there's never been any problem. However, recently I've begun eating Indian spices. And I believe I have completely killed the measles virus in my body, so that here I have a loose shoulder. And if it stays this way, my tennis days are over. Every time I hit the ball, the loose joint jars the rotator cuff, and, well, it does damage. I can't afford it. My understanding is this is incurable. In fact, I talked to a good friend, the tennis pro who's my primary teacher, and I told him I thought I had a rotator cuff disability. And, well, you know me pretty well by now. I told him I was going to cure it, and I'd started, and I'd let him, he could see the cure for it the next time we had a lesson. You know, it's the first time I've ever seen this guy roll his eyes. It was funny. He flat doesn't believe me. I don't think he could believe that I really said it, but I said it. He heard me. We'll see. It's interesting because if in fact everybody knows this is incurable, one question is why? Shouldn't the body be eager to take care of it? Okay. Step one. I really needed to spend time dealing with the emotions that came out of this whole area before I could do anything with it. The trauma that was still there, the fear of recurrence that was still there, and above all, the body's urgent sense that it must protect the area. Well, if that's true, it certainly isn't going to be adventuresome and talk about major cures and stuff like that. I used the tapping method that Gary Craig has in his website, www.emofree.org, if you're interested. One woman who gave a report within that talked about helping athletes and she specifically talked about these issues of the trauma in the cells, the emotional fear of recurrence, and finally the need to protect. And it's not a matter of saying those emotions are wrong. It's more a matter of saying they're right. They belong there, and the love is there too. And the whole thing kind of melts. Okay, that was step one. Step two. The body had given up all control over this and all knowledge of it. So the next step is to look at symbols and help the body rebuild the emotions that define its knowledge about this. I've had several sessions, and I believe they've been pretty successful. Step three. Today I was asked to strap myself in and use some of the frequencies. Apparently there was some additional colony of something there, and the frequencies, I suspect they gave me the frequencies themselves, because I don't believe the frequencies kill anything. I believe they satisfy them, so that the colony was satisfied and did not feel the need to play an active role in this area. Well, all of this is nice theory. Is it doing any good? I can tell you I'm a lot more comfortable than I was even a week ago. The collarbone is up where it belongs, and it's roughly willing to stay there, although I can feel pain if I try to move it. If I try to move this collarbone, it's just locked in place. It's fine. I don't feel pain. So there's still work to be done there. And it's clear from the point of view of my tennis that this is essential. This is really great. My expectation is I'll lick this one, just like I've licked the other things. The problem is with my memory, I'll probably forget that I did it. So here we are. The video is in place, and you've seen it, and I'm grateful to you. There's the record. Talk to you again. Bye now.